Welcome back, everybody. I'm at it again. I got another 30-minute mini. Several of the other channels that I collaborate with are going to give this a try, and I figured this is my chance to get revenge and finally get it done right. Links to the other guys' pages are going to be down below. Head on over and check out their 30-minute minis. Let them know how you think they did. Our guidelines for this one did not include the priming in the painting. That meant that I could use those 3 minutes that I had been priming the last time I tried this to try and do some other things to get this done and table ready. For the paint work up on this, I'm starting with a light umber. That's going to be all my shadows, and it's going to give the red that goes over top a nice tone. Then that red that's going over top is bold pyrrole red, focusing mostly on straight across and from the top. I don't want to put too much on the bottom since I've already got those shadows built in. For the black, this time I'm using coal black. It's a little bit more matte, but it's pretty thick and it covers really well. For the bolter, I'm going to be doing a pretty similar workup to the last time I tried this. Some edge highlighting on it real quick. Now I'm going to grab that same brown, the light umber, and use that for my pouches and for my purity seal. I'm using a wet palette off cam for most of my paints, but I didn't want the metallics on there, so I just went ahead and grabbed this cap. These metallics are both Pro Acryl colors. It's copper and silver. For almost all the metal on here, I'm going to be basing it in copper and then using that silver for a highlight. Alright, swapping out brushes real quick. Had to get something a little bit smaller to get into the eyes. I'm just putting some green in there, and then going back and mixing a little bit of white in to get a second shade of green. What I'm doing here is just coming back in with bold pyrrole red and touching up some of those areas where the color got away from me. I was really ahead of where I thought I was going to be time-wise, so I decided to come back in and do the belt as well, just to break up that red. also going to grab some Pro Acryl Purple, put that onto the purity seal. Then do the same thing I did with the green and just mix in a little bit of white. This is going to go on the upper surface of that purity seal where the light would hit. Alright, using the side of the brush and a little bit of white and black mixed together, I'm just going to come in and edge highlight this bolter real quick. Back into my light umber at 20 minutes. I'm doing pretty good on my timeline. I had this one planned out a little better than my last attempt. Looking back on it though, I should have swapped out my brush for something a little bigger. I could have got this thing covered a lot quicker. Since I already have the brown out, I'm just going to go ahead and give the pouches a second pass. Some of the red was peeking through in areas. Here I'm dipping back into my coal black in order to get some good coverage on that base rim. I should have swapped this coal black out with a different, I don't know, maybe like a Vallejo Air Black, something like that, just because it dries so gray and matte. Now here I'm doing the same thing I did with the bolter. Just going to use the side of the brush and a little bit of Pro Acryl Orange and come in and do some rough edge highlights to make the armor panels pop. Now we're at 26 minutes, time's starting to get away from me. Rather than grab that other black like I was talking about, I just went back in and tried to put another layer on. And you can see here, I'm looking at the time too much and I'm not being intentional with what I'm doing. Right here, you can see my finger is on that base rim. I didn't even know that. So now I've got black paint on my glove. And in just a second, I've got black paint on my model. Not a great place to be at 27 minutes. Right there's the moment of recognition. I got black all over there. Since I don't have the time to fix it right, I'm just going to grab some bold Pyrrole red, leave it fairly thick, and get it on there to cover it. I was hoping to be onto my wash step at 27 minutes, so I'm a little bit behind right now. In order to catch up, I swapped out for a bigger brush and just started slapping that all over. Alright, 30 seconds left. Gonna manipulate that wash a little bit, try and get it off the raised surfaces, off the flat panels and into the crevices. And there's the result, a 30-minute and 1 second mini. Wish my fingers had been a little faster on that button. Still pretty glossy right now because all the wash is still wet. I'll have some 360s and pictures coming up for you once it dries off. Alright, so here we go. Haven't put a matte coat over top of this yet, so still get a lot of shine out of where that wash pooled. Once that matte coat's on there, it's going to preserve this, protect it, and cut that shine down. Overall, I'm super happy with how this turned out. I was able to get the base colored, I was able to get a wash on it. Having those extra 3 minutes of priming time back really helped out. Another quick reminder, it is a collaboration. There's going to be a lot of other 30-minute minis popping up on YouTube. Links are down below. Give them a look. Check out some of their other videos while you're there. Also, if you haven't seen my initial 30-minute mini, where I try and do this on 3 different models, go ahead and click on that link in the end card, and I'll see you over there. For everybody else, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. If anything stood out to you in the video, or you got any questions, just go ahead and put them down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.